Yes, people. What's going on? It's Egal Talks for One. I'm back again with another video. Yes, we're back again with another video. Today, ladies and gentlemen, get locked in. Let me know what you guys thought about that game. The 2-0. Why am I saying 1? 2-0 victory versus Wolves. You want to know something? It didn't matter how it got done. All that mattered was off the back of 2 poor results, we just needed a win. We just needed a win. We needed a victory. We needed to get ourselves back in winning ways. That's what we did today. We needed to get ourselves back to the top of the Premier League table with this victory. That's what we did today. We needed to get some confidence back into this side. That's what we did today. We needed to show our defense can do and lean on our defense. That's what we did today. And I just needed somebody to step up and get us some goals. Leandro Trossard did that. Martin Odegaard did that. And we got some great performances from some of the players like Declan Rice. David Raya deserves a lot of credit for that save that he made early in the game. We're going to get into all of that today. Do me a favor, hit that like button if you're watching this video right now. If you haven't followed my account, please do subscribe and follow the account. But let's get the show started. Big up to everybody. It doesn't change. We're not winning nothing. People are saying, you know what? We cannot control what Manchester City does. We cannot control what Liverpool does. All we can control is what we do. There's 5 games remaining. You don't want to give up. You don't want to give up. You want to continue to fight until the end. It doesn't matter what happens from now to the end of the season with any other team. As long as we win our games, we're within a touching hair. We're there. We just need to continue to keep pushing. Don't give up on this team. Don't give up on this manager. Don't give up on this squad. But yeah, let's get into it. We got my boy Matt in the building. Matt, how you doing, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, good. I'm very happy about that performance in terms of the work rate of the players. Like, I wasn't really looking for any, good performances because at the end of the day, 3 points is all that we needed, especially after back-to-back defeats, one in the Premier League and one in the Champions League. And the fact that we haven't scored a goal in 2 games either. So, it was a good result. It was a good result.
Okay. Before we go into all the things, let's be honest though. The result's great. But the game itself, lethargic. I felt like we won the game. I'm happy. But bro, we really waited till the end to bury the game. I'm happy we buried the game. I'm happy we got the clean sheet, but it took us forever to get that second goal. And the first goal, it was a brilliant moment from Trossard. We're going to get into all of that. But boy, first thing we got to talk about, top of the league, Premier League. Everyone gave up after the last result. Boy, doesn't that win feel like a weight lifted off your shoulders?
Yes, it does. And I feel like you're a very hard person to please or fan to please because, like, at the end of the day, we got the 3 points, right? But what I'm sort of not afraid, but sort of a bit worried is the tiredness of the players heading into the Chelsea game because we play them on Tuesday. That's only like.
To be fair, they played today also, so they might be tired themselves.
That is true, but we did play midweek as well, and they didn't. And I'm pretty sure they've had like a week off from last week and, until today's game. But at the end of the day, we're at home. I'm feeling confident-ish. That last 10 minutes, by the way, I saw Saka back to his sort of best, like in that. Like, he was taking on his man. He was, pacey. He was explosive. That's the Saka I want to see and that I have been seeing all season, apart from the last couple of weeks. Last couple of weeks, Saka, it feels and it looks like he's carrying something, but I don't actually know if that's true. But he just gets kicked every game. And the first minute, I'm pretty sure, one of the first minutes of this game, he got absolutely walloped. And
I seen that
all the bloody time. People wonder.
But Bukayo Saka is getting like literally physically beat down every single game, and the referees are not doing enough to protect him. That's just how I personally feel about it. I feel like the referees should step in and give people early bookings when they're making those ridiculous fouls. But teams just get away with get putting crazy fouls on Bukayo Saka, and he's the most he's the highest fouled player in the league, I think, if I'm not
Is he?
mistaken. He's fouled more than every single player in this league.
Jeez. Can
It's
I
just
also speak on the ref, right? So
Paul
when
Tierney, that
yeah,
prick.
I can't remember when it was. We got a book in. I'm pretty sure we got a book in. Yes, we did get a book in, and they had a series of fouls. You know, quite cynical fouls in that, like, tried to stop us from scoring, effectively, and no cards, absolutely no cards. And I think I can't remember who it was. I think it was no, it
It
wasn't
was
Lamine. It
there
was
were
that
some
Gomez
very
guy.
dangerous challenges.
That
Yeah.
Gomez guy had a dangerous tackle.
That challenge on
Um,
KVR? Was it on
yeah,
KVR?
yeah, bro. No card, no card.
No card.
Like what?
They didn't
Oh,
do.
man.
They didn't. The referee swallowed his card. Like he wasn't willing to give away cards any early. He didn't want to. He didn't want to change the game too much. He just said, you know what, continue to play. Let's let the game be rough. He didn't mind it.
Yeah.
That's the honest truth. But hey, let's get into some of these. Let's get into some of these parts of the game. Let's talk about it. First things first. Our last what is it called? Our last 6 away games. If you look at our away form, our away form is actually so good.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's
Our
title winning
away
form.
form,
That's what it is.
our away form is ridiculous. So I'm just going to start with this because when I think about it, you don't think about Arsenal this season and say, oh, they is the first thing you think about their away form? No, but we keep clean sheets so often away from home. At home, we don't actually keep that many clean sheets compared to what we do away from home. This is impressive. Our last 6 away games, all clean sheets. All clean sheets. I think this is the first time in Arsenal's club history we've done this. And look at the amount of goals we scored also. Again, I forgot we used to score goals like crazy against Sheffield United, Burnley, West Ham. Like we were really on a good roll. But this is another away result. Like I thought this Wolves game was going to be really tough going into the running when we were talking about the last 10 games. I didn't think we would drop points obviously versus Aston Villa at home. But damn, could it be that we're just better away from home than we are at home?
I think that what it potentially is, and I think it was kind of the same thing with Ramsdale last season, is that our players just feel more composed and more confident on the ball, like away from home. Because you got to think about, right? When you're at home, you've got 60,000 odd fans just screaming shit at you, right? A chance, yeah, but like I just think it has some sort of effect on the players, like especially our defense, and our away form defensively is like it's insane.
Ridiculous.
Like I think it's the best in the world. Like
Is it?
I think it genuinely is. I think it genuinely is.
I did not know that at all. But yeah, this is impressive. Arsenal's away form is better than our home form. That's crazy. Our defensive record away from home is very impressive, though. I think majority of our clean sheets have come from away from home.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, let's move on to some of the other things that we need to talk about. So first, we're going to talk about is Leandro Trossard. This man is clinical. Can we say that? This guy is clinical. First of all, I want to give Gabriel Jesus a quick shout out. Gabriel Jesus' ability to keep the ball, keep it composed, and actually get the pass off to Trossard makes the play and allows Trossard to have the time to actually strike it. Because if it wasn't for Gabriel Jesus, there is no way that ball is getting to him, and you got to give him all the credit in the world. But yeah, big up Ryan. We got Ryan in the house. People watched a different game. Arsenal were excellent, very comfortable. 2-horse race now between Arsenal and City, in my opinion. Arsenal have a big chance. Big up to you, Ryan. Thank you for the super chat. What?
I don't think you could say we were excellent, because in that first half, I was like, I was thinking that this reminded me of a repeat of last season. Like that Southampton game, for example. Like in that, it just didn't look like we were going to score. Like there were so many moments that we had. Jesus just chucking it away. Saka probably should have scored a goal. I think, you know, Rice had like, I think 2 shots outside the box, and he had a lot of time. So it kind of just felt like that we weren't going to score. But that Trossard goal was so important. Such a big goal that was.
Yeah, definitely. This the thing about Trossard is he is the most clinical player in our team by far. By far the most clinical player in our team. No debate about it. And how many goals does he have this season in the league? Like, I think
Let me
Trossard
check.
is on like
I think he's got
not,
7.
Trossard's
No,
on
he's
like
got 9.
he's got 9?
Yeah.
What the hell? When did he get 9 goals? Like he's right now he's on 15 goals, 14 goals all competitions.
Yeah.
14 goals all competitions. Did you realize this guy hit that many goals this season? Like he only has 2 assists. That's what's funny. Because it just seems like whenever he got up third,
last season he came in January, right?
Yeah.
He came in January last season and he got 10 assists. Like that's mental.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He
came in January. He got 10 assists. This season, he can't get an assist. All he does is score goals every time
he's
he
got
touches
to be
the
one
ball.
of our best signings, like in terms of like a pound for pound. He's got to be one of our best signings in the Emirates era. We literally paid about 20 million for him, right? And he's got over like 25 GA. He's got over.
True.
In the space that he's been here.
Bro, it is impressive.
Nuts.
It is impressive. It is impressive. But yeah, I'm gonna give Leandro Trossard today is gonna get a very good rating. I think he deserves a lot of credit for his performance. But yeah, let's go. No mistake. No, Egal. You made a mistake. Arsenal during the Invincibles never lost a game away in order to win the league. Be like Man City could not lose.
I don't think we lost the game away.
I wasn't even referring to the Invincibles. I'm not talking about Arsenal's history. I'm just talking about the last 6 games we've done really good. We got Jez in the building. He's saying, "What's good?" Yes, big up to you, man. I know you're talking to Derek in the chat. Did I? What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? I'm so confused. What are you guys calling out Jez? Let him be. Let Jez be. Where's CB? We're gonna get on to CV. We'll talk to him tomorrow. But yeah, do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. And also, if you're watching right now, come join us over on YouTube. This is where you guys get the exclusive content that you don't see on X and other places. But yeah, let's continue and let's go on to the next topic. Of course, we've already spoken about Leandro Trossard's goal. But the thing that I want to talk about next is David Raya. David Raya actually really kept us in this game. David Raya's save early in that game was crucial. It was a crucial save at a dangerous point. It was close, very close. Is the guy's name Gomez? And Gomez shot the shot from close range. David Raya this season has gotten a lot of criticism from people saying, "Oh, he's not a really good shot stopper," blah 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 blah. But to me, this performance today from David Raya was really good. He stood tall. He was always there, switched on, 100%, did everything he needed to do to keep that clean sheet. And he worked his ass off today. I'm gonna give. I gotta say, if it wasn't for Declan Rice and some other people, David Raya is right up there today with man of the match candidates. What are you saying? Don't forget, this guy made 3 clear saves. His passing,
I thought, he's my man of the match.
Perfect.
David Raya is my man of the match because, you know, like he made like a few very, very good saves. He's so calm with catching. Like he's not afraid to be physical either. And I think that's what Ramsdale lacked. He wasn't that confident in collecting, the crosses, etc. And I think Raya just is so composed. He's one of the most composed goalkeepers in the Premier League, in my opinion. Yes, he had that, rocky start, but at the end of the day, you're competing with a guy that was goalkeeper of the season last season. So you're obviously going to have a rocky start because you're not, too sure about who's starting. But, since I think like game week, like I want to say 10, he has been very, very good. Very good.
I'm going to give him credit. We got some people in the chat asking some questions, but yeah, David Raya is one of the top performers in today's game that we need to shout out. Arsenal, Egal, he's pointing out when you called fans. Listen, I'm just saying, as fans, we shouldn't be giving up on the team with 5 games remaining just because Man City has a game in hand and if they win all their games, they'll still be ahead of us. That's all I was saying. The fact that people are willing to throw away the season off the back of the Aston Villa result and just saying we're not going to win, it's done, is a defeatist mentality. And I personally believe anybody who has that mentality is giving up on the team and is just as bad as the players trying to give up. Let's be honest. If you're giving up, what do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
If we're not supporting the team, what do you expect? Like, you can criticize, nothing's wrong with criticizing, but sitting here and just completely throwing away your toys out of the Prem, that's the issue that I have. But yeah, that was happening over the last couple of days, and it's good to see that people are finally waking up, because we're going to get onto that, but we can still win this league, and that is not out of the realm of possibility. People need to understand that, and people need to let that sink into your head a little bit, because this whole thing that, oh, Arsenal are done, we're finished. No, we're not. We're not. Yes, Liverpool will be tied on points with us, and City, if they win all their games, they could still go ahead of us. But who's to say City win all their games? Who's to say Liverpool win all their games? You need to still be there to be able to capitalize on it, right? Now, the 6 away clean sheets, we already spoke about that. We already spoke about everything else. I just need to get on to Declan Rice quickly. Declan Rice, man of the match again, bro. Declan Rice, man of the match again. How? Declan Rice, surely one of the best signings this season. Surely one of the best signings this season.
I get just sick of talking about him because we talk about him every single minute because he's that good. He is that good, and he cost 100 million. You wouldn't even think this guy cost 100 million because he's so good, right? But like usually, if a player is brought for 100 million, you know, like especially in the Premier League, they just flop, right? Declan Rice is literally the opposite. Like he has to be such a big contender for player of the season because he's been that impactful for us. Like, bro, he can play in a 6, he can play an 8, he can even play a 10 if he wanted to. He's that good. And you know, we speak about him so much, right? But like, in order for us to really, really praise him, he has to have a 9 out of 10 because that's the bar he's now set. He set that bar. You know, it's kind of like with, you know, Saka and Odegaard. It's that type of bar.
You know what? I just need to read out some of the stats from this game from Declan Rice, because I don't think people realize how good of a game he had. Also, he was one of the key passes that led to the Odegaard goal. He created 5 chances. This is coming from the player who was playing as a defensive midfielder on the day. Man created 5 chances. He actually had 4 shots in the game, right? He actually had 4 shots in the game.
I think he
created 5 chances. If I'm not mistaken, he had, what do you call it, a total of 73 touches, right? 3 touches in the opponent's box. He made 2 recovery tackles. He won 6 duels, lost 4. Overall, it's not like overall crazy stats, to be fair. But the big thing is 5 chances created. That's massive. That's massive. 5 chances created from Declan Rice in this game was massive because this Wolves team were playing really well, resolute defense. And that final goal from Martin Odegaard does not happen without Declan Rice's brilliance. And you know what? Kai Havertz gets another assist. Kai Havertz in another game.
It counts as his assist, though.
Oh, shit. Yeah, because it's an FPL assist.
A deflected cross that kind of comes back to Odegaard.
Yeah, it's an FPL assist. It doesn't count as a real one. You're right. Before we go to talk about Martin Odegaard, let's talk about this quickly. This really bothered me. This really pissed me off. I seen this image and I'm just like, this right here is really annoying. This right here is really annoying. What are we going to do about this? Because he's continuously playing injured. This guy's not right. He's not right. Bukayo Saka is not right. He has to be carrying some sort of injury, and you can tell in his performances that he's not himself. You can fully tell that he's not himself.
One thing I want to say, Egal, right? Mikel Arteta can play Fabio Vieira at right wing, as he has done this season. He can play Reece Nelson there. He could play Jesus there. He can play Trossard there. He can even play Nketiah there, right? He's not playing any of them. So if you're not going to play any of those players there instead of Saka, because he's clearly struggling, just call up Ethan Nwaneri and just put him right wing. Because genuinely, like, Udogi's injury, right, could happen to Saka because of the amount of games he's now playing. Like, he's played over.
Do you think Mikel Arteta is going to play Udogi when he took off Martinelli in this game and kept Saka in it?
What do you mean?
Do you think he's ever going to bench Saka? Let's be honest. He's not going to bench him against Chelsea at home. Maybe in the next game after that. Who do we play after that?
He's not going to bench Saka because, like, Saka, there's clearly something in him that no other player has in our squad. And I think that's what we need to improve on, in that we need to find someone that can actually challenge Saka, because Reece Nelson can't, and we only signed him up to a new contract to actually make profit on him, because if we let him go, we don't get any money. So he's not exactly like a replacement for Saka, or like a rotational player for Saka. But at the end of the day, like, at least play Jesus there, because we know Jesus can play there, and he's not exactly a shit player like Eddie Nketiah or Reece Nelson.
Gabriel Jesus did decent today, but
Yeah,
I think the bigger issue is the midfield is not sorted. Saka is playing week in, week out, because we can't afford to play Jesus on the right when we need him on the left. We can't afford to play Trossard up top when we need him in the midfield. Saka's like the only guy who can consistently come into this team, and if he's out, like, then.
But I don't understand why Mikel Arteta doesn't do this. Play Martinelli at striker, play Trossard on the left, play Jesus on the right. I don't know why he doesn't do that.
Like, Saka should be dropped. People are saying we need another winger. I fully agree. We got this league.
He should be dropped because of his fitness, not because of his performances.
Sorry?
He should be dropped of his because of his fitness, but not exactly his performances.
His performances have never been the problem. The problem's always been, this guy looks like he's leggy. He's injured. There's something wrong with him, but he keeps playing because Mikel Arteta obviously wants to keep playing him. And maybe Saka himself wants to play, but somebody needs to protect the guy. If he can't protect himself, somebody needs to take him out of the firing line and just be like, yo, bro, sit out this one. How many games do we have left that he could probably sit out this season? Do you sit him against Chelsea? Do you start him, or do you bench him against Chelsea?
No.
I think we could rest him
against Everton on the last day. Right. I'm saying this, okay? If we've won the league already, or if there's no chance of us winning the league, like in terms of points wise, and we're not going to lose our position in the table, just play Nwaneri or just something at the right wing. Stop playing Saka, because we've got 2 games that Saka can be, benched for to get rest, which is the Bournemouth game at home, which is after the Tottenham game and just before the Man United game, and the Everton game on the last game of the season. Now, obviously, do that if we've either won the league or our position stays the same in the table. But, like, I think it's going to be hard to get someone to bench Saka, because, like, he's one of the best wingers in the world, if not.
The reality is, Bukayo Saka does not get benched. If he's available and he's fit, he's going to play.
Yeah, no, exactly.
The thing is, where can we find games where we can get him out and rest him? Maybe have him come off the bench versus Chelsea. Maybe have him come off the bench versus No, because he needs to start against Tottenham. I would maybe bench him versus Chelsea and then have him as a starter versus Tottenham away.
You can't.
I think we could still beat Chelsea even with any team. Like, I'm not too concerned.
But I don't want to risk it. And also, right? Yes, Saka is my star boy.
So you're just as bad as Arteta then. We can't get at Arteta if we're doing the same thing as fans. We believe the same thing.
Yeah, but Chelsea's a rival game or like a derby game. Like, I don't think you can bench him in that because form goes out the window completely.
So then Saka's just going to have to play the rest of the season injured then?
No, because he can be benched for the Bournemouth game.
I don't think he's going to get benched at all.
Huh?
I don't think he's going to get benched at all. Keep it 100. If I'm going to keep it 100 honest, the reality is we're going to see Saka play every single game as long as he's available.
I think Saka knows this, and I think this is why he needs to, take it upon himself to go to Southgate and say, look, I can't play in
ahead of the Euros.
Say to Southgate, I can't play in the Euros because
you're crazy.
His fitness is fucked. His fitness is absolutely fucked.
You're crazy.
There's no
way. There is no way in hell Bukayo Saka is going to Southgate.
I know he's not. I know he's not. But
there is no way in hell Bukayo Saka is going to Southgate and he's telling him, I'm not playing in the Euros. Are you on crack?
No, I'm not saying he will. I'm saying that it's probably the best decision for him heading into next season.
Big up to you, Ryan. Ryan's here saying, Egal, I have to apologize. You were right about us falling off. The title race is between 115 and Arsenal. Arsenal could defo do it. Next week is huge, 100%. Tuesday's huge. Do you think Liverpool's going to win tomorrow? Ryan, let me know.
For this.
Ryan, let me know.
Liverpool are not out of the title race. Like, they play tomorrow, and if they play tomorrow, then I think they're level on points with us. So if we're in the title race, so are they, right?
True.
And also, if we beat Tottenham next week, right, I don't think we're going to lose a game from that game till the end of the season. Like, I think we'll win every single game because the mentality and the momentum and the belief that the players will have.
Fairs. Let's go to Martin Odegaard's goal. Martin Odegaard stepping up in these games consistently. Stepping up. Captain's performances consistently. Martin Odegaard is the one where you can rely on him. And Bayern Munich, he showed up. Porto, he showed up. Wolves today, he showed up. If I'm not mistaken, Brighton at home, wasn't he one of the guys who stepped up also? So I'm just saying, Martin Odegaard lately, people have been saying Ghost Odegaard, all these jokes and banter statements about Odegaard. You can't really say that right now. He's delivering. And I know he didn't show up versus Bayern midweek and last week versus Aston Villa, but even then, he was the best player out of a bad bunch. Can we really say Martin Odegaard has had a bad game recently? I don't think so.
He's been like fabulous, really. He was so crucial in that Porto game because it's that magical moment that he can do that no one else sees. No one else sees that pass, right? But Odegaard. And I think that's something that I love about him. Like, is that he has these magical moments and they're fantastic to watch. They really are. Like, he's passing. The way he, puts that weight on the ball, it's just so seamless. And I think that's something that has been very effective for us. Like the through balls that he does. And today, that close range finish, bro, he's on the byline. I'm fairly sure he is on the byline. And he's just wrapped that round the near post. What a finish, by the way. That's something not many players can do. Wrap it round the near post, literally on the byline. Yeah, that's a fantastic finish. That really is.
Yeah, and that helped us reclaim top spot. That helped us secure the 2-0 victory. And as I predicted, might I say also, I predicted the 2-0 victory. I predicted that we would do this. Now we have Chelsea. Chelsea on Tuesday, bro. Yeah, I know we got Chelsea on Tuesday. We got to focus on Chelsea on Tuesday. Don't freak out. Don't get too overexcited. Don't get too overexcited right now. I'm not getting too ahead of myself. I'm literally staying level-headed. We know what Man City's capable of. We know what Liverpool's capable of. The league title race is not over, but it's good to see things. You know what? Would you rather have points on the board or games in hand? with 5 games remaining, I
Points
think
on
you
the
want the
board.
points on the board. I think
Because
you
we
want the
said
points
this
on the board.
last season. We said games in hand last season because we had games in hand. I think we had 2 games in hand on Man City, and if we won those, I think we probably would have won the league. And like I think we dropped points in both of those games, and that sort of yeah.
So it's basically like whatever suits you. You're saying.
No. Points on the board is 100% the better option because I'd rather have points on the board because they're guaranteed points pretty much, right? Like you can't take them away. With games in hand, you could, score your own goal by any chance, like you could drop those points.
Okay, let's talk about some of the other things. We have an issue at left back. Even though we won the game, I still have concerns over KVR. I have concerns over Tomiyasu's injury record. I have concerns over Zinchenko. What do we do with the left back position? We are absolutely screwed in this position because Zinchenko, who I thought was one of the best left backs in the league last season, has fallen off a cliff with his form, and defensively he's such a liability that it's almost unplayable at times. Tomiyasu, his legs are made out of cereal, and he breaks down every 2 seconds, so we cannot trust him. The only thing that we have going for us right now is KVR. And KVR today looked like he could get got at. He looked like the weak link in that back line. And the chance that Gomez got, it came from KVR. What do we do with the left back? People saying Timber. Timber won't be available. Timber won't be available in time for the remainder of the season. Timber is trying to get ready for the Euros. That's what I honestly think. The problem area is left back. 100%. We all know the left back is the problem. So with the left back being the problem, Mikel Arteta has to find a solution in the short term. That short-term solution has been KVR. When would we play Zinchenko? Are we going to ever see Zinchenko back in this side? Is Tomiyasu going to be fit and available enough to be utilized as a left back backup? And will we ever give Saliba, Gabriel, or Ben White any rest? The answer is no. Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel all have to stay fit for the rest of the season. And on top of that, Declan Rice has to stay fit and Odegaard has to stay fit. If we lose any of those 5 guys, it could be really dangerous for us. But right now, that left back position, what do we do against Chelsea? Do we play KVR again? Because Cole Palmer's on that right side. Do we play Tomiyasu? Because he was injured today. What do we do on that left side of the back 4? Let me know in the chat.
Bro, like, I think that left back position is probably our weakest area in terms of we need to improve on that. And I think Arteta's got to look at 2 players specifically in pre-season or in the at the end of the season, like in that, does he ship them? Because at the end of the day, I don't think Zinchenko will be here. I don't think he will. And with Tomiyasu, yes, he signed a contract, but he signed a 2-year contract, which tells me that it's because of his injuries. That's why he signed a 2-year contract. And I think, like if he keeps being this injured, I think we could probably see the club just, putting him up for sale, pretty much, because he'll still have that 1 or 2 year left on his contract, meaning, we could get some profit, because I'm pretty sure we paid like 20 million, 15 million for Tomiyasu. I think it was fairly cheap.
Yeah, something like that. Do me a favor, people watching on X right now, come join us on YouTube. It's absolutely free. The link is in my on my YouTube channel. To my YouTube link is in my video. You can check the video. It's on my account. I'm just going to be ending the video on X. Come join us on YouTube, as we do have over 200 of you guys on X. Come join us on YouTube. Check us out.
Yeah,
We're going to be ending it here on X. Now, let me just continue with the conversation, and the next topic that we're going to be discussing is none other than Kai Havertz. The reason why I want to speak about Kai Havertz, the value Kai Havertz brings to this team, the versatility. Today, Jorginho, let's be honest, he's played a lot of football. He might be tired, right?
I think we
Partey,
see Jorginho come back for the Chelsea game.
Partey doesn't look fit 24/7. He doesn't look fit. You can't play him every single game week. But this midfield, although it gets a lot of criticism, Kai Havertz allows us to play this midfield and have that extra element of versatility, because Jorginho gives us that control. Partey coming back gives us those legs, although he doesn't look as energetic as he used to be. And then Kai Havertz, just with his sheer versatility, gives us another forward option plus another midfielder throughout the whole 90 minutes. Even when he's playing as the number 9, he still drops into the midfield. When he's defending, he's pressing the center backs like he's a number 9. I just think Kai Havertz gets a lot of stick when he doesn't score goals or when we play bad, but his role deep as a midfielder and his role as a number 9 this season, his sheer versatility has allowed us to get away with it with injuries, to get away with it with a lot of the performances that have dipped from strikers and forwards. And once again, in the final third, he made the difference with the pass to Martin Odegaard today. Although it was a deflection that got back to Martin Odegaard for the goal, he still was part of the goal, and he always seems to be in the right place at the right time. So I just want to give I want to give Kai Havertz a little bit of praise, while everyone else always tries to dunk it on him. But yeah, you let me know what you think. The value of Kai Havertz today showed, did it not?
Yeah, I just want to reply to a person in the chat who said we definitely need a left back. It's unrealistic, but academy boy maybe. Now, what I say to that is,
no,
you can't play an academy player. You know,
you're throwing them to the wolves.
Well, yeah, like exactly. Like, it's at the end of the season, the title race is still open. Like, you can't just throw them in just because we don't have a left back. Like, I'd rather play Ben White at left back and then play, I don't know, like just someone else at right back rather than play, you know, an academy player there, because that's so big. And I think, bro, I'd rather play Thomas Partey at right back and then put Ben White at left back, because in the you just can't play
Excuse me?
Player. Huh?
You'd rather play Thomas Partey right back. We've seen that. We don't want to see that again. We don't want to see that again. We've seen that story.
I don't want to see that again because Gabriel apparently goes out the team.
We've seen that story. We've seen that story. We don't want to see that again. At least I don't. I don't want to see Thomas Partey right back. Do you remember Fulham at home early in the season?
Yeah, don't give me flashbacks because Fabio Vieira like excelled.
Okay, we're going to talk about the bench in a second. Mikel Arteta doesn't utilize his bench. That is the issue.
I don't think that's the issue. I just think that he doesn't think they're good enough, and which is scary because he signed them all. He signed Fabio Vieira. Yeah.
Why can't Fabio Vieira get in the team? Jorginho, maybe because of fitness. Reece Nelson, he gave him a new contract. Zinchenko was our starting left back last season. I get it, defensive deficiencies. Eddie Nketiah, he only throws him on whenever he needs the kitchen sink. I love Arteta, but man, he does not make it easy for us when we're defending him. When he makes these kind of things where he's just an easy target to point out the fact that he doesn't utilize his bench enough. These players are becoming decorations.
Reece Nelson and Nketiah and Smith Rowe are gone. They are gone because, like, I mean, I would really love to ask them how they're feeling at the moment, because they get no game time. They genuinely get no game time, and it's not as if they're not all, you know, injured. They're completely fit, and I just think that they're just, or Arteta thinks that they're not good enough for him, which is fair enough. But like, I expect them to be sold then, like, and to put that, you know, transfer fees to players that you think are going to be good enough for you, pretty much, because there's no point having 3 academy players on the bench, like, not 3 academy players, like,
3
players
academy
that went
players
from the academy and just not use them and just devaluing them. because they're so, valuable, like in terms of the profit that they can bring. Because Nketiah, like midway through the season, was probably worth about £40 million. Smith Rowe was probably about £40 million. Reece Nelson was probably about 20 million. Right now, I'd probably say Nketiah is 20 million, Smith Rowe 10 million, and Reece Nelson 5 million, because they're getting no game time.
All right, let's get straight into the what do you call it? Let's get into this. So this is going to be it's that time where we talk about what we're rating these players. So we're gonna rate them out of 10, and from there we're gonna give you guys our ratings. So you guys let us know what you think about our player ratings and everything else. So yeah, I know for a fact I kind of have an idea what you're gonna do, but here. So first we got David Raya. What are we gonna do for David Raya's rating? I'm just gonna say this: David Raya was outstanding today. Great performance from David Raya. Made some crucial saves. Overall, one of the better games where he's had to work hard and he's had a lot of shots. He's made 3 clear saves. I give him an 8.
I give him an 8 as well. Yeah, brilliant today. 8.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
People saying sick of this nonsense. Yeah, man. Arteta definitely needs to do better rotations, but I'm not saying I'm giving up on the manager yet. Some people would though. Next we got Ben White. Ben White,
I thought it was decent.
I need Ben White to go to shoot, take lessons to shoot how to shoot.
He's had final 2 opportunities now, hasn't he?
He gets in the final third all the time, but he can't finish his friggin' dinner. You know, for example, Chelsea had Reece James. Every time he got in the final third, it seemed like he knew exactly how to shoot because he used to be a striker or a winger when he was younger. Ben White,
though, right? But
Ben White, his shot is so weak. I'm nitpicking here. But I'm gonna say, what do you call it? I'm gonna say 7.5.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah,
7.5. We kept a clean sheet away from home. You got to give him credit. Saliba was shaky. Saliba had some shaky moments, but later in the game, he grew into it. I'm going to give him a 7 also.
Yeah, that's fair. God, Egal, your ratings are, on point today.
Gabriel Magalhaes, similar to Ben White, I'm going to give him a 7.5. I just felt like anytime we needed a calm, cool, collective head in the back line, it was him. He did his job perfectly. And Gabriel Magalhaes, hopefully he's back to his best.
Yeah, a 7.5 is fair.
Cavior, poor performance from him. He was the weak link in the back line. Obviously, it wasn't a failed grade because we did keep a clean sheet and he did enough to keep us from conceding, but still did get beat out a little bit here and there. I'm going to give him a 6.
Now, that's a bit harsh.
Because a 6 is harsh? Come on.
Yeah.
5 is bang average.
No, because we kept a clean sheet.
5 is bang average. 5 is bang average. 6 is a little bit above that.
Yeah, but we kept a clean sheet. You can't give your 6.
Bro, there's no way he's getting a 7. You think he had a great performance?
No, a 6.5.
Okay, we meet in the middle. I'll give I'll keep it with the 6, okay?
Okay.
Next, Rice. One of the man of the matches. Did I give out an 8 already? No, I haven't, right? Wait, I did give out an 8.
Raya.
I'm gonna give him an 8 also. I think Raya and him both even amount of performance. Although they gave Declan Rice the man of the match because of his chance creation and how crucial it was in the final third. I think it was a good performance from him. He's just always there as the man of the match candidate nowadays. He's had a solid performance there off the back of having some mixed performances versus Aston Villa. And what was he poor versus Aston Villa? Would you say he was poor versus Aston Villa? Because he did kind of look shaky versus Bayern. So I can't remember if he was that bad against Aston Villa.
I didn't really notice him in that game.
Yeah, so maybe he was pretty bad. Havertz, solid performance, 7.5.
7.5, okay.
Yeah, solid performance, 7.5. Reason being, he did a job in midfield. He did a job up top. He was also crucial in helping us get the goal. And you know what? He was a pressing beast today. Give it to him. 7.5. Next, Martin Odegaard always keeps the ball ticking. If there's going to be man of the match candidates, they're all going to have similar ratings. I'm going to give Martin Odegaard an 8 also. Got the goal. He was always keeping the ball ticking. And that
should we get hold up.
He is the heartbeat of the right-hand side.
Should we give an 8.5 to Raya, Rice, and Odegaard?
No. Keep them at 8.
Keep them at 8, okay.
Yeah, save the 9s for standout performances, memorable ones. But yeah, he struggled a bit earlier also. Saka, this guy's injured. He's not looking that good. He's looking shaky at times. He could have finished his dinner a couple times also, but he couldn't really get his shot off. I'm in between a 6 and a 5.5.
What?
Bro, his standards are so high. Bukayo Saka, this is not Bukayo Saka.
But the last 10 minutes, he proper came alive. That last 10 minutes, it proper looked like he was back to himself.
Okay.
And that might be because of
I'm willing to move it at most to a 6.
Nah, come on.
What are you giving it?
You gave fucking Kivior a 6.
Yeah. I didn't think Saka was
Saka
that good.
is not on the level of Kivior, like in terms of the performance he put in.
Okay. I'll move it at most to let me see what his stats were. Because from what I was watching, I was just disappointed with Saka.
He had a decent game, but just not like his.
He created 3 chances. He had 4 shots. He got back a little bit. I just felt like Bukayo Saka, if he doesn't get a goal or assist, and I'm not seeing him impact, I'm not seeing him impact the game for the whole 90 minutes. I kind of just feel like he's not playing as well as he used to. So maybe I'm holding him to harsh standards. I don't know. Let me see what the chat said.
Here you go.
Saka 5.5, 7 for Saka. You see, some of them agree with me.
Yeah, some of them agree with me as well.
Okay. Can you see the ratings though? Could you see it the whole time?
Yeah. 6.5 you put.
All right. 6.5 it is. We keep it fair. You know what? That's not too far off from what they put. They put 7. Surprisingly, he had 4 shots, 3 key passes, 2 dribbles. Unreal. Trossard. I'm willing to give Trossard the man of the match.
What? You're joking, right?
Just that goal was that goal got me out of my seat, man.
If he didn't score that goal, I'd give him a 4.5.
You thought he was poor?
I thought it was shocking. The amount of shots that bro. The amount of chances he missed, right? He miskicked so many chances. Hold up.
Hey,
hold up.
he only
his shot graph up. 1 second, because hold up.
Listen,
he got yellow card as well.
Listen, I am obviously a sucker for somebody getting a top bins goal, but that's what he did. 1 shot, 1 goal, top bins. Give him his credit. He played 72 minutes. He got us the opening goal. I'm not looking to give him a low rating. I'm not going to give him something crazy though. I'll give him a 7. 7.5.
6.5.
What? No.
6.5.
You're going too far. You're going too far.
You can't give him a high rating.
7.
He scored a fantastic goal, all right, but was poor throughout the game.
Maybe we watched the games differently. Fair enough. I'm willing to compromise. I said 8 originally. You said 6. We'll go 7. Fair?
All right. Yeah, fair.
All right, fair. Look, they gave him more than 7 on here. They said Gabriel Jesus, just because of the fact that he was crucial in the final third in some of those moments to try to hold on to possession. This guy today, he plays better as a winger. I'm giving him a 7.
Again, I thought he was he was.
Don't tell me you thought he was poor.
No, not poor. And I don't think Trossard was poor, but both of them were a bit wasteful. Trossard miskicked a lot of chances. Jesus just kept on missing them. I don't know. He had 2 shots. Didn't get any on target. He created one chance.
Bro, I'm starting to think you got an agenda.
He had
bro.
no successful dribbles. He had no accurate crosses. He got
an assist.
tackles.
Bro, I think you got an agenda, bro. You got.
I do not have an agenda. I don't have an agenda against any of the Arsenal players. Like genuinely.
Let's keep it moving. We're gonna give Gabriel Jesus.
I must have just drunk a lot of Corona.
I'm gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. You see,
Yeah.
even they're saying definitely hard worker, worked hard, nearly got a couple balls in the final third, involved for the opening goal, held up the ball quite well. You got to give him credit. Martinelli, what do you give Martinelli?
Did Martinelli come on as a sub? He did, didn't he?
Yeah, Martinelli came on as a substitute.
Like,
he came on in the 72nd minute.
A bit of fire. Like,
he came on for the 72nd minute for Trossard, and he was just taking shots left, right, center. He took 2 shots, I think, in the game.
Bro, I don't know what's happened to Martinelli, but this guy has lost his fire. Last season, he was our most direct attacker. Like, if we were to score a goal, it would 100% be him, right? This season,
Martinelli was on fire last year.
Yeah, exactly. And this season is quite the opposite.
I think there's 2 things. One, nobody's saying Martinelli is a bad player. I'm just simply saying that Martinelli this season, you look at the support he has on the left side, it has not been that good. It's been inconsistent. Last season, he had an informed Zinchenko, and he had a Granit Xhaka who was doing good work too. So with the lack of consistency for the whole left side, I understand why the likes of Martinelli struggle.
Not only that, Egal, right? But Jesus does not interchange with him anymore. They don't interchange positions anymore.
They don't really play
and allow Martinelli to sort of run freely.
No, but he doesn't really play. The thing is, with Havertz as the number 9 is slightly different, because Havertz is taking up the positions that Martinelli wants to be in. So it's too you can't have too many players in the same areas of the pitch. You need to kind of spread it out, because Gabriel Jesus would open up the space so Martinelli and Saka could go inside. With Havertz there,
I don't think you can play Havertz, Jesus, and Martinelli in the same team. And if that's the case, I think we've got to get rid of one of Kai Havertz or Jesus. And I'd probably say get rid of Jesus.
I would give Martinelli a 6.5.
Yeah, no, 6.
Don't forget, he came off the bench. Let's not be too harsh, right? Partey didn't have enough time, in my opinion, to really give him a big rating. Like, what time did Partey come on? He had 10 minutes, bro.
Yeah, but in that 10 minutes, like, I saw, quite a bit, to be honest.
All right, what would you give him a rating for?
I'd probably give him like a 6.
All right, let's see what they say here. You see, some of Arsblog didn't even give him a rating. Not enough time. But yeah, that's it for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Overall, I'm happy. I'm not getting too ahead of myself. We're back on top of the Premier League table. We need to see how we perform against Chelsea game by game. We need to win the next game. We got 5 cup finals. Let's get it going. 5 cup finals. Let's get it going. That's all we need to do. We need to just keep winning our games. 5 cup finals from now to the end of the season. Don't stress yourselves out. Boring Arsenal today, but we got the clean sheet. We got the 3 points. We got the 2 goals, and we're back on top of the Premier League table. That's what we need. Can we win it? We're gonna
remains to be seen.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find out. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys on the next show. Big up everybody. Vibes from the 6th tomorrow night, and we're out. Peace, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.